So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them?
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP.
So lovelies, I came across this update about the white only town, the one in Arkansas, where so many people are rumoring that these guys are asking for financial help from the government. Like it's as if they can't cope anymore and they are asking for financial help. And secondly, there has been some series of tests that you have to go through in order for you to get accepted as a pan-colored person in these white only towns. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
You wonder why a whites-only community is being built right now when we have situations like the Cincinnati incident where white people were brutally beaten for being white by black people. Or how about the black woman who is going around to different establishments pushing and poking at white people in hopes of getting racist remarks and responses while she's recording so that she can go viral online and scream racism and she's the victim. Or how about that viral sound that's when you're black, you're never really lonely because there will always be a white person all up in your business. And then they are proceeding to do all kinds of things in front of white people, record them, and then act like the victim. All the while, 3 little black kids are locked in a Walgreens because they're stealing and they're acting ghetto, wearing robes and pajamas, little boys, little kids, while the oldest sister, because it's learned behavior, says this is just what we do. Everybody steals. Or how about another recent event, like a black person robbing a white person's house, and when they get shot, people go up in arms. How dare you? This person was just broke. They just needed help. A whites-only community upsets you, yet there are black-only communities, black-only colleges, black-only dorms, black-only TV shows, radio stations, businesses, everything. You call it white supremacy, but what about black supremacy? Why is it okay for black supremacy, but it's not okay for white people to be proud? This is a double standard. The people building a whites-only community, they're just saying that this is our community, this is what we're doing, you guys do it too. What is the problem? Why do you want to shut it down and throw a fit and sue them? Why is every race and ethnic group allowed to be proud of the color of their skin and celebrate it and create communities other than white people? I know there's going to be some of you saying, well, what about the KKK? We already had that. These people are not the KKK. They're just regular people who are proud of the color of their skin, want to create a community, and that's it. No harm, no foul. That's probably what they're trying to avoid, the harm inflicted by other groups. They just want to say, no, we'll just stick to our own kind. Why do you have an issue with it when they're not hurting anybody? You wonder why
So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them? They want money for housing. They want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one cared. No one cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo? That doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match. So the only qualifications it looks like they have, I'm white.
Could we be seeing a return to segregation deep in Arkansas's Ozark Mountains? The New York Times reports on a new housing development that has stringent criteria. You must be white to live there. And its founders feel confident that in the current political climate, they'll win any legal challenges that come their way. One of those founders sat down with Sky News to discuss his motivation.
We are forced to accept people into our neighborhoods, into our businesses, and into our lives who won't share our background, who won't share many of our cultural priors, even moral priors. So we're taking control of that situation and creating an environment where my kids can celebrate their identity and not have it, threatened from outside.
Joining us now with her reporting, the New York Times' Deborah Kamen. Deborah, thank you so much for joining us. So let me just ask a basic question. They want white people and only white people in their neighborhood. So are they screening applicants somehow?
Oh, very much so. They require applicants to fill out a questionnaire based on their heritage. And oftentimes they also require photographs, not just of themselves, but also of family members. And if people want to live there, then they come in person and they have an interview. And they've actually rejected people who they said they did not believe were sufficiently white.
Sufficiently white? What does that mean?
That is a very good question. I asked them the exact same question. What does it mean to be sufficiently white? The answer that I received was they did not seem like a white person. They did not present like a white person. There seems to be not a very specific way they can nail down what it is to be sufficiently white. But if they feel that you don't fit the criteria, you are not allowed to live in this community.
So who are they? What can you tell us about the founders of this community?
The group is called Return to the Land.
We have some news right now. A whites-only community in Arkansas is growing, and the founders of the community now believe they could beat any legal challenge. Why? Because of the current political climate and the administration in office. According to the New York Times, there is now a whites-only community in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, about an hour away from any close city. The applicants to this community are screened with an in-person interview, a criminal background check, and a questionnaire about their ancestral heritage, and sometimes even ask for photographs of their relatives. The community is called Return to the Land. One of the founders was arrested in Ecuador for stabbing a minor and is accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from a vegan community in that country. And now they believe that this white-only community meets the requirements for a legal exemption for private associations and religious groups that offer housing to their members. And this community now is only growing because they think they can get away with it. Now, housing experts say this community is completely illegal, violates a number of civil rights and Fair Housing Act codes, but they're not backing down. Spread the word so more people know. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack shortly, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along for more. We have some news right now. A whites-only community in Arkansas is growing, and
about that, hear me out. Who gives a fuck? Seriously, who gives a fuck? To me, the trash has taken itself out. And for the vast majority of us decent human beings, none of us care to be around those racist pricks. No one cares. But I see white people in the comment section, those that are in support of it in the wrong way, saying, well, people of race and ethnicity do it all the time. They're in their own communities. There's a difference. These white folks decided to take themselves out in their own lands and be amongst themselves. Black people and other races and ethnicities in the past didn't have a fucking choice. Even when segregation was abolished, they still were not welcome in predominantly white neighborhoods. So they had no choice but to be amongst themselves. That is the fucking difference. And even then, when they decided to be by themselves, white people still got upset and started harassing them. Fucking Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They were so upset that these people were amongst themselves, black people were amongst themselves successful. They went and fucking burned the city down, killed people. That is the fucking difference. But take it from me, decent human being. I no longer live here anymore. But when I did, the only people I didn't care to live next to were people that were indecent assholes. Had nothing to do with race, color, gender, whatever fucking thing you practice. I don't give a shit, because I am a firm believer in mind your own fucking business. I'm a firm believer in that. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. And it had nothing to do with race, religion, ethnicity, whatever. So if these white folks want to fucking move on their own land amongst themselves, fucking each other and listen to John Cougar Mellencamp records like Chris Rock said, I don't give a fuck, do what you want. But to sit there and fight them on this when the trash is literally taking themselves out to the landfill, what the fuck? That is so counterintuitive to me. Let them be.
We have some news right now. A whites-only community in Arkansas is growing, and the founders of the community now believe they could beat any legal challenge. Why? Because of the current political climate. And
I'm still trying to figure out why it's not okay when white people do this, but it's okay when any other group of people do this. Because black people did this same thing back in 2020. 18 families buy nearly 97 acres of land in Georgia to create a city safe for black people. Which is ironic since most of the unsafe cities in America are primarily black people. There was no outrage over this 5 years ago. In fact, they got praised for this. They said how empowering this was. But when white people do it, it's a problem. Also in Mountain View, North Carolina, they're creating a Jewish-only community. Our flagship project, Mountain View, is the first of its kind Jewish neighborhood in Sparta, North Carolina. Where's the outrage over this? There won't be any outrage, because when you call out the black people for doing it, you're deemed racist. If you were to call out the Jewish community for doing it, you'd be deemed anti-Semitic. But it's okay to call out the white people. I think it makes sense.
We are white identitarians. We value our identity and want to preserve it. That's not hate. That is love for your own people.
That was Eric Orwell. He's the co-founder of this new exclusive community, Return to the Land. It's in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. Its founders are excluding anyone who is not straight or white.
I'm not asking for supremacy over anyone else. Return to the Land is not a supremacist group. It's not a hate group. It's not even a white nationalist group.
I just spoke with New York Times reporter Deborah Kamen. She visited the community. Here's how she described it.
It's still being built. It's actually quite premature at this moment. In October 2023, the creators of this community, Eric Orwell and Peter Siri and 3 other people, bought the land. It's 160 acres, and it was pretty raw, unfinished land, quite wooded, kind of difficult terrain. They have now brought about 40 people there, a couple families, some kids. There are some cabins that have been built. They've bulldozed rough gravel roads. Eric himself has a shed that has fiber internet and insulation. He makes a lot of YouTube videos there. There was a computer set up with a ring light. He is also a musician, so he has 2 pianos in there, and that's where all of his bookshelves are, including the copy of Mein Kampf. And there's some play structures for kids. Other than that, it's still rough. There were some goats, there's a river, there's a creek, but it's definitely not finished yet.
Community now believes
every single person, every single family, every single organization and financial source to do this should be released. They're so fucking proud of what they're doing. Everyone's name and every organization they're a part of should be listed. And I don't give a shit if they think they're gonna get away with it, or if it's legal, or if they let it happen, or whatever. Everybody should know who the hell's involved in this. It's time for a little fucking social transparency. Because when Joe Bob and his fucking cousin wife show up at Walmart and do and say some shit, and think they're gonna run back to the little fucking compound, we need to know who's who. And it's funny that they're doing a background check and looking at family pictures when the guy that started it fucking assaulted a minor with a knife or whatever the hell it is. Like, these fucking people exist and thrive in hypocrisy and violence. And it's unfucking believable to me. Like, again, I don't know anybody who gives a shit about this other than the fact that they know how it's probably gonna go. It's gonna become a fucking bunker, and the feds are gonna end up outside of it, and there's gonna be a standoff, and a bunch of people are gonna be talking about the weird shit they saw weeks leading up to whatever the hell happens. So tired of this fucking country.
I just got done watching all 4 seasons of the Ozark, so I decided to come to Arkansas to see what's up.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
That's cool. Is Jason Bateman around, though?
Its founder says he is building a fortress for the white race.
Oh, it's one of those places.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
Oh, I mean, there are lots of reasons. I could think of a few.
Do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
The fact her racism is turning me on is bad. Right?
So I heard that there's some towns in Utah and Arkansas that these white folks is going out there and buying up a bunch of land and making it a white-only land called Return to the Land. Return to what land? If you want to return to the land, return to this land. I don't know why y'all keep on acting like this was y'all original land. And if y'all white folks want to go out there and move out there, every single race is one of y'all. I'm talking about the police officers, the fire department. I'm talking about the EMTs, the first responders that we have to deal with every single day. Please, for the love of God, move to these towns in Utah, Arkansas. Build more of them. Build more in Ohio, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama. Build as many of them as possible and stay away from us. And once you do build all of this land and got your little Christian conservative that's melanin free, and you can't have any J-word people there, you can't have any rainbow people there, you're Christians and you're conservative, you won't let any other religion come and live on your land. Make sure you keep your melanin free, calcium caked up melanoma skin out of our communities for good. I want you people to have your own land. I don't want you in the workplace with us. Because if you really want to keep your little wives and daughters away from us, we know you want to keep your little wives and daughters away from us, then please keep them away for good. Don't be coming marching in the streets in the major cities. Don't be coming waving flags, doing representations and demonstrations of y'all pride and y'all power and y'all supremacy. If y'all was really supreme and you knew what supremacy really means, then you wouldn't be so scared of us in the fucking first place. You wouldn't have so much fucking fear in your heart. If you was really supreme, you wouldn't have so much fucking fear in your heart that you gotta run out to a little town with your little brothers and sisters and play house. If you was really supreme, then your power will reign no matter where you are. You will come out on top with any job, with any type of work ethic, any type of hard work, any type of capitalism. You will come out on top. But instead, y'all are so fucking scared that people work harder than you, are smarter than you, that you gotta go and suppress the education of the women and children in a little small town and stay away from all other walks of life because you scared for your fucking life. You fucking peon.
When I saw that first stage of this pan-colored woman talking about why there is a need for a white-only town, and she gave her reasons, giving reference to what happened in Cincinnati, right? She was like, black people are being so, jumping on pan-colored women or pan-colored people and thereabout. And this actually reminds me of some speech I have seen circulating all over the social platform where some of these people that she claimed that people that looks like me have been jumping upon. And there is one that actually got me like shocked. This one has to do with a woman, a pan-colored woman with some teenagers. And this woman, instead of her to focus on going to her house, she saw some group of teenage boys having their own conversation and gisting. Then she decided that she was going to intrude, and before you know it, she's already telling them that she was going to punch on them, and before you know it, she's already jumping on them, and now that was when she was done jumped. Now, in the said situation, who are you going to blame? These people are just minding their business, but you as a pen color, there are some pen color women or white people that I respect a lot. That you know how it is, but there is this particular ones that is so entitled that they think or thought that they are just going to do as they please and get away with it without even getting the realization that people that looks like me right now are just so tired of everything. They are tired of everybody. They are just giving everybody wasbos. They don't care anymore. If you want to be loved, you will be loved. If you want to be respected, you will be respected. you know this woman just decided to like jump on these people that is minding their business without even having these realizations, and these guys are not talking with her or about her or whatsoever, but she felt the need that she was going to jump, right? And the thing that happened in Cincinnati, which nobody is justifying whatsoever, but the woman that jumped on the said woman with all of the patches on her face happens to be a pan colored person. Like, why is it that like everything that keep on happening, these people just look for a way to blame each of people that looks like me? Like, this life or this world is just so big, occupied to get everyone occupied. Like, it's so massive. I was talking to a colleague of mine the other day. I was like, I don't even know the need for all of these things that is going on, race and all of that. But this world is so big. If only people can just mind their business and not be so racist and just flow with love, I think the world might actually be a better place. There is no need of jumping each and every one of us. Like, at the end of the day, if things are actually right, we all bleed the same color, you know? We all actually bleed the same color. But it's just that some people has made it as if they are so special. They are the ones that were supposed to be treated in a special way. Then every other person can be treated anyhow. That's why I think everybody's having problems. Some people feel so special than the other, while the other ones feel so down of the other. Like, I don't even know why things has to escalate the way at which it is, and it's getting worse each and every passing day. Like, the internet space is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. It's affecting everybody. I see a lot of HAT in so many people's hearts, and I cannot even stand this anymore. Sometimes I'm looking for stitches. Sometimes I even see the people like her, mine. I just like, it's just getting so scary. Each and every person there. I keep asking myself, what has gone wrong? Why is there so much HAT in people's heart? So much negativity, so much, like, the internet is just so filled with that, and it's just becoming scary. It wasn't. It was bad a little bit, but it's not as bad as this. Like, it's as if people have been waiting for this opportunity to show their real color. People have been waiting for the opportunity to show their real self. And this present administration has everything to do with this. Like, it's as if they made it a go ahead, be who you are. And now people are showing their real color. Even some people that you were respecting before, that you thought that you were looking up on them, that you thought that, oh my God, oh, I love this person. I don't know. Everything is just, you know, it's so crazy. If they felt that having their own, neighborhood and will bring peace to them, okay, they should just go ahead. I heard you're going to also go through some screening. That means even you as a biracial person, you are not allowed. You have to go through. They just want it snow white. That means at the end of the day, everybody should just live in separate ways. That is it. Segregation that was there before is still something of today. Like in 2025, there is segregation, and that is why I have decided to like create create a playlist of his history to just keep on piling it on my channel, so that anytime or there is a need, I'll just go back and see this history repeating itself. Anyway, lovely, so now just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share, subscribe, leave your thought, and I will see you, lovely, when I upload the next
So just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts, subscribe, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.